What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our edition of Action Sunday, and this week is part 2 and finale of my Mission Impossible franchise overview, or as I say, retrospect. So, last week was the first ever triple feature that I've done, reviewing the first 3 movies, so now let's review the last 2 movies. If you want me to review Fallout, that's a completely separate video. Go check that out before coming to see this. But anyway, so Ghost Protocol came out, I believe, around 2012, and goodness, I thought after the third movie, I thought that was going to be it, but no, we waited almost 6 or 7 years after that one for finally another Mission Impossible movie, and holy crap, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like I feel like Tom Cruise really kicked the character into a different gear with this one, and like this movie was just absolutely fantastic, and all right, I want to take a stop for a moment and say, okay, I want to play a little bit of a word association game. Like for how I say this, like for every movie like of the franchise, I always think of certain locations or locales. But the first one, I kept thinking of London and of course Prague. The second one was Australia because that's where it was. The third one, I felt like was a cross between Italy and China. The fourth one was frickin' Abu Dhabi, aka the Burj Khalifa, because holy crap, that stunt, my goodness, just took my absolute breath away. I really enjoyed this, playing word association. Okay, so what next can this franchise go? So they've essentially are hitting every exact location in the world. But now this one, wow, they just really upped the ante with this one. But let's see, as for the plot, it's a really interesting one. After an operation of the Kremlin has gone wrong, the IMF is framed for the job, and they are disavowed, and supposedly the president initiates something called Ghost Protocol, which is essentially they're on their own. They have very little resources, so they got to clear their name. I'm like, goodness, all of this, all because of something that's gone wrong with the Kremlin. Now, of course, considering U.S.-Russia relations today, so I don't want to talk about that, but still, yeah, very interesting plot element to add to this to make things really interesting and dangerous. And of course, hey, that's the IMF for you. They have to take on the impossible. And essentially, this movie just shows, like, I keep gushing all over the great scenes that they did in Abu Dhabi. The Burj Khalifa scene, even though I was told that it was partly like set and then partly in Abu Dhabi, I was like, okay, I can kind of see what that, because especially, come on, this is the Burj Khalifa, this is the tallest tower in the world. You really think you're going to let Tom Cruise, like, climb up the side of the goddamn building? Come on. Really? But, yeah. Anyway, it was still really fun. Let's see, but as for the gadgets, I was a little upset because they didn't bring back the facemaker, but I did love the suction gloves that Hunt uses to scale the building. Also love the pretty cool contact and camera lens that Brandt uses with Jeremy Renner's character. Like every time he blinks, it takes a picture. I thought that was pretty cool, and like, man. This really shows me that they can think out of the box and come up with some really good stories and really good gadgets for a Mission Impossible movie, and of course for pretty much espionage in general. So it's pretty damn fun. My only complaint was the villain. Well, one of the villains, because let's see, that is the assassin played by French actress Léa Seydoux. I already pronounced her name. I'm like, okay, looks can be deceiving, but let's see. She looks like she's an 18-year-old, but yet she can kick so much ass. Because seriously, that fight scene between her and I keep forgetting Paula Patton's character, but hey, that one really just made me go, holy shit, wow. Assassin versus agent, what could go wrong here? But my goodness, and but I really cracked up with the final part of the movie with the bomb, and like this. I think this is the only movie out of the entire franchise where the phrase "mission accomplished" is actually coined, and the movie even went so far to make fun of it when the final scene with Luther, where he goes, "Really? Did you say that? You really said mission accomplished?" Oh man, yeah, good stuff. And just had set up right for the Rogue Nation movie, which now I'm going to get into Rogue Nation. And like right off the bat, Rogue Nation just didn't fuck around. Like immediately they just throw you into this really fun, incredible like heist almost, and with the gags and all that. Then the credits roll, and then finally they introduced you to the real main plot, which was the biggest twist right off the bat. I'm like, okay, now now we're invested. Where can we go from here? Here we go. So now it's Hunt against the Syndicate. He's in trouble, obviously. And then we have the freaking secretary like completely disavowing them. And they're like, "Hey, can we trust Hunt on all this?" And well, yeah, that was another interesting thing that I felt was added to it. I was like, I think it kind of complicated, but still entertaining nonetheless. But of course, I can't. I'm going to admit this right now. I cannot stand Alec Baldwin, but of course, it's once again, it's one of those typical corporate. I'm not corporate government suit, just trying to make sure. Hey, trying to make sure people are our agents following their orders and whatnot. But still, yeah. Well, much, but the rest of the movie just worked at a pretty good pace. And of course, once more, the executions of the yin yang are just great. They go from freaking, from London to freaking Casablanca and freaking Tangier. I'm like, what? Or Morocco. I'm like, wow. Can we go? What more can we go for in this franchise? Man, how about this? Let's throw in Korea while we're at it. Jesus Christ. I'm just saying. I hope they don't do that in another movie, but still, real fun stuff. The villain, Solomon Kane, I really kind of enjoyed. It's like he didn't speak a word, but when you finally watch him just slowly morph into how lethal and dangerous this guy is, you're like, oh shit, I like that. So my props to Sean Harris for his performance as Solomon Kane. Let's see. Other than that, yeah, Rogue Nation was fun, but yeah, it's like it had some good moments, had some moments that just had me scratching my head, but overall, Rogue Nation was really fun. Really showed me that this franchise is never going to die. It really showed me that it can be fun and exciting. All right, so yeah, there you go. Those are my thoughts on both movies. But now to rank them and now to give these guys scores. So first, I'm going to give these my scores. So I'm going to give Ghost Protocol a 9 out of 10 because I absolutely just enjoyed everything about it. I'm going to give Rogue Nation maybe an 8. Maybe, I don't know. It's really hard. It's a real toss-up. Now, if I had to rank these from my most favorite to my least favorite, well, let's see. Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol. Well, let's see. Actually, it's going to be Fallout and Ghost Protocol are going to be a toss-up for my number 1 and number 2 slot. The bottom of the list is going to go Mission Impossible 2, then Mission Impossible 3, the first one, Rogue Nation, then, yeah, pretty much, that's my lineup. So, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this walk and trek down memory lane of the whole Mission Impossible franchise. Really fun, great stuff, plays to the lore that I remembered from the original show, the movies. So, yeah, it's a good thing, and the fact that Tom Cruise is so invested in it just proves to me that he knows what he's doing, and the fact that he gives the sequels time to build is a good business plan. So Cruise definitely knows what he's doing. Okay, so yeah, so that does it for my franchise retrospect. Definitely go watch them; they're really fun. You can find them anywhere you can, probably on a streaming service or on television, or if you have them on DVD. Good on you! I can't wait for the Fallout DVD release. So that's pretty much it. So that's it for this week. Thanks for the video. Subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for some more awesome videos.